Hey everyone, I'm Coach Evelyn, a multi-season Challenger jungler. For over a year, I've been passionately coaching players to reach Challenger, helping junglers unlock their potential and achieve their dream rank. Let's elevate your game to the next level with this jungle pathing guide. Okay, so concepts we'll cover is our first clear options, such as full clearing, 3 camping, 1 camping. I'll discuss all about what that is, and then we'll talk about level 1 invades, recall timers, pathing post first clear, playing off your power spikes, and I'll go over each champion briefly and discuss the best paths for them. Clearing. Full clearing is simply clearing your whole jungle, where it be blue Gromp, wolves, raptors, red Krugs, or the other way around. When do we want to do the full clear? It's when you have no options early game due to your lanes you're given, or the jungle matchup doesn't let you do anything, or simply just your champ. Possibility of being all of these three reasons. When you do full clear, your ideal scenario will end with a scuttle crab or a kill or both into something like a recall, and then you're able to clear again and rinse and repeat and just get really scaled. Alright, next up is the 3 camp. You're simply clearing 3 camps for a level 3 as fast as possible, then looking to do something such as ganking, invading, or diving. When do you want to utilize the 3 camp? You'll have volatile lanes in your game, such as something with a great setup, and a combo of damage, such as a Nautilus with a Draven, as well as an easy to punish combo they're facing, such as a scaling bot with little defense, as you can easily set up dives on this sort of champion. Also, if the enemy jungler wants a full clear, and you're going to have a pushing lane, and your champion is strong level 3, you should really look to utilize this to your advantage. Ideally, in this scenario, you'll get kills or camps from the enemy jungler, you gank and win the matchup, and set up for further snowballing, or you're able to deny minions from a stacked wave. And for the third main jungle path, we have the 1 camp invade. This one's a bit spicy, but it's very effective when used in the right situation. Champions like Xin Zhao, Lee Sin, and Bel'Veth are very strong when doing this invade. You simply do your raptors into invading the enemy Gromp and possibly fighting them or just taking the camp and chasing them out of their jungle. When you need to invade full clear junglers, or with a lot of junglers, as long as you're strong level 2, but mainly full clear junglers, and your level 3 invades slow and that jungler clears fast, that's the one way to invade that jungler that full clears. Or you want to split the map and play for a dive type thing. Ideally, you invade a farming jungle, make the game volatile, and split the map on a volatile lane while the other side of the map is AFK. And this is where you want to do a 1 camp invade, and it can win you games very simply. Alright, to quickly talk about level 1 invading, it's a very powerful strategy. You simply bring your teammates to invade the enemy's bot or top side. If it's the top side, bring your top lane for the 2v2, and your bot side, right, you want to bring your bot lane for the 3v3. And when do we want to do this? It's pretty much when you want to split the map and play for the dive. Plus, you have champions that can dive, set that up, plus have a strong level 1. And that way, you can also win level 1 and play for the stack dive. And an ideal scenario is where you split the map, kill the enemy level 1, or at least burn summoners, and then you dive on the same side on a stacked wave. A common bait people fall for is they level 1 invade, then cross to the other side of the jungle to play for 3 quadrants, but this isn't an effective strategy. It's been proved many times you're just far too AFK, you don't even get that much of a lead, because by the time you're on the map, the enemy jungle is ganked like 15 times, you have a 3 camp lead or a 2 camp lead, it's not even that good. So I would really only recommend using this strategy when you're splitting the map and you're playing for the dive on the same side. Alright, let's move on to the next section of the guide. Alright, let's touch on recall timers. Recall timers are something I see my clients struggle with all the time, because we're always wondering, when do I base? I have all my camps up, I don't have money, what if I do have money? What if my camps are up? My ultimate's on cooldown, my ultimate's up. So you always want to be timing your ultimate around when you want to swap sides on the map. You have power spikes in the base, you have nothing to do, your camps are on CD, and your ults on cooldown, all these sorts of things coming together. So you want to make sure you're never basing if you're really strong and you don't need to, and your camps are up, you don't have anything to do unless you have like a big power spike, but most of the time if you're really strong, you won't have a power spike in base. So you want to be timing your base timers when you want to swap sides, or you have something in base that's important, or you have just nothing to do, so you may as well just get tempo, maybe buy a pink ward, buy a few components. But yeah, pretty much recall time is when you have nothing to do, or you're about to power spike by getting something in base. It's pretty simple, but yeah, that's all there is to it. Alright, let's talk about pathing post first clear. So The goals after your first clear and your first base is to reach power spikes, and then you want to use those power spikes to make aggressive plays, whether that be dives, invades, and ganks. So how do we reach power spikes and path, like how do we use pathing to get that? So that can be in one way, which can be getting a level up. Maybe it's level 6, a big power spike for a lot of champions. Or you maybe need 400 gold, so you clear 3 or 4 camps, and then you're able to recall after that, and then you're able to buy your item in base, so you reach your power spike. That's 2 ways you can use your pathing and clearing your camps to reach power spikes. Alright guys, let's look at a couple examples. I'm going to show you a full clear as well as a 3 camp. Just an example of both of these, but there will be more examples in the future. I will be doing an in-depth full clear guide, as well as an in-depth sort of early game 3 camp guide. And both those videos are on the way, so drop a subscribe and a like to not miss out. Alright, so guys, here we have a Kha'Zix full clearing, and he's pathing to a lane away from a double tank lane. 2 tanks, right? Like, 2 tanks aren't going to impact the game, right? Even if you kill someone, there's still going to be a tank, right? So putting your time there to impact the game isn't going to be very useful, right? We clear down here. Kha'Zix is really good at full clearing, not because of his speed, but because of how well he scales. So we full clear down here into the crab, and then we're able to look for a bot 3v3. See how they use all their abilities? Jhin just W'd, Rumble used his E. So now they have no abilities. Plus, another thing to note, Vi has level 3 and Kha'Zix is level 4, so there's already an advantage there. So this can just be the benefit of full clearing and not overcomplicating the game. Alright, now let's move on to the 3 camp guide, and also just know there are going to be a lot more full clear examples in the next video coming. Alright guys, let's have a look at the 3 camp. So we're playing Nidalee, and we're versing a Skarner. We have 2 pushing lanes. Jax wins against Camille, Ahri wins against Swain, and we're versing a melee champ in the jungle. And take note to the bot matchup. It's a Nami Lucian versus Varus Pantheon. So, 2 things here. Our bot lane can never get dived by the enemy champs, they're just too strong. Our top lane matchup is very important, it's not 2 tanks like the last game. So, if we're able to split the map here, 2 things will happen in benefit for us. 1, the enemy jungler won't be able to play unless he wants to try fight 3 champions. We'll just win the top matchup because we'll be able to play behind the turret, poke, kill the Camille, make the matchup really one-sided, while our bot lane is not able to die. That's the second point. This is just a win-win scenario here. We have winning lanes, so see how Swain's pushed in, the Ahri crashed the wave on a turret. Every second Swain is coming to this play, he's missing minions, right? See on the map, turret's killing the minions, Swain's falling behind. So this is just a really effective way to use the 3 camp, so I highly recommend implementing this into your game. Skarner coped and fell for the bad skirmish, now Swain's really far behind, and so is the Skarner. And Skarner's not even going to have good tempo now, because while Nidalee straight away be able to farm the blue buff and the Gromp, Skarner has to go and clear Nidalee's bot side, but by the time he gets there, he'll only have the time to clear 1 or 2 camps without the threat of Nidalee, or say now, his bot lane even won against the Lucian army, which wasn't always going to happen on this situation, but the Pantheon, for example, could go check the jungle, so this situation is just really winning. I hope you guys learned something from this. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the pathing guide. That's only 1 of 3 videos I'm going to be making on this topic. Coming is the full clearing guide and the 3 camp / 1 camp / level 1 invade guide, so subscribe and be tuned in for that. And if you'd like to get coaching from rank 1 players, join Sensparrow.gg. This is our academy. We are coaching every single day, twice a day pretty much, so you can literally come every single session and we'll give you all the tools you need to achieve your dream rank, and you'll be able to participate within our high elo community, ask any sort of questions and get everything you need. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.